Welcome to the Dynamic Billard Dutch Open Euro Tour to Leende in the Netherlands. The Golden Tulip Hotel is the venue of this tournament, and we have the Wednesday, and the tournament started a little bit edgy. We encountered some technical problems that we had to deal with, and for that reason we have amended our agenda a little bit. We will only publish one video clip per day in order to try and not disturb the stream of the live matches of the tables too much. But not only our start was a bit edgy, also players sometimes forget things. We had two French players arriving today thinking the tournament starts tomorrow. Fortunately for one of them, he had a walkover, so it didn't affect him. The other one now is playing in the losers round, so that was probably also a rough start for him into the tournament. Talking about rough starts, we had in the first winners round a match between Mark Gray and Carl Boyce, both from Great Britain, and that was a pretty rough match up for first winners round. And Mark Gray, he's constantly in the top 10 of the Euro Tour rankings for quite some years now, and Carl Boyce is not, because he chose not to play the Euro Tour for some time, so he wasn't seeded, and that explains why they met so early. And the match had the better end for Carl Boyce. He probably still had wind underneath his wings from last week's World Cup of Pool victory. 9-3 was the result in the end in favor of Boyce, and he even managed to get a 6-0 lead over Gray. So that match was a pretty one-sided affair in favor of Boyce. Other matches include our number one player of the Euro Tour, Nick Vandenberg, here from the Netherlands. He easily won his match over fellow countryman Lars van Dijk with 9-5. We have BCA Hall of Famer Ralf Souquet from Germany, and his first round match turned out to be a thriller. It was really a heartbreaking match. He played Daniel Tangut from Sweden, who is representing the young generation of pool billiards in Europe. And Souquet managed to win that match 9-8, so it was really by a whisker. Tangut defeated Thomas Böschel from Germany in the round earlier with 9-5, and it will be interesting to see what else is to come from this young player. It's quite promising, his performance, and we will keep an eye on him. In an all-Dutch clash between Ivo Arts and Marco Teutscher, Marco Teutscher had the better end on his side, winning 9-3 over Ivo Arts. That match was also quite interesting because both players belong to the Young Orange team, which is coached by Alex Lely, and it doesn't seem to be the year of Ivo Arts. He didn't really perform too well this year. He had a promising end last year, a good start this year, so let's see whether he can find his rhythm back in the further run of the event. Furthermore, we had Thomas Larsson from Sweden winning over Wojtek Trajdos from Poland with 9-7. Lars Kuckern from Germany had to deal with one of the two female players, Katarina Bezolowska from Poland. And Kuckern managed to win that match 9-4 over Bezolowska. David Alcaide, another big gun of the Euro Tour rankings from Spain, he won 9-2 over Adam Kianicki from Poland. And Nick Economopoulos from Greece, also a player whose name is on the list of former Euro Tour winners. He was leading 7-5 over Tomasz Kaplan from Poland. And then he made two mistakes in two consecutive wrecks, and suddenly the score was 7-7. So they both ran out one wreck in turn, and the match was hill-hill, 8-8, with Nikos Economopoulos winning the 17th wreck and winning the match 9-8, but that was a lucky victory for Economopoulos there. Other results also include Tony Drago, the Tornado. After a few tournaments of absence, he still plays as fast as lightning, and he won 9-4 over Mikael Andersson from Sweden. We will try to keep you informed as good as possible from here. We will post press releases on Kazoom.com, epconline.com and Facebook. Stay with us.